Welcome everyone. Whoosah baby. Again, today we have Maria, our guest, our special guest, who's going to talk about pain. And so we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to just put this over here. And so I want to first tell everyone that we're going to breathe and take it easy while we have this conversation. And I also like to believe that if we want to use all of these methods, we believe that we have everything that we need. And we can start by taking some deep breaths. Let's just take 2 together right now. 1. And again. I'm still getting practice at this too, but we're going to do a lot of different things today to learn about how to manage pain. My friend Maria, can you introduce yourself today?
Absolutely. So my name is Maria. I'm a childbirth educator, and I am the owner and creator of the app Natural Birth by Echo, which basically walks soon-to-be parents through everything pregnancy, birth, and a little bit postpartum, but from a natural perspective. I am a mom of a little baby girl and a little baby boy who is going to be arriving literally any minute. So if I start getting contractions or my water, that's a really special video. I am a member of Lamaze International, and I'm very, very excited to be here to talk about pain management during labor, because I think it's really misunderstood. And there are just so many misconceptions about it. And so my goal is to help moms understand it better so that they can have more positive births in the future.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so interested in the skills that you're about to share with us today. And everyone, I am Terry Wong, and I love bringing all the different experts related to all things baby related, pregnancy related, health education related. And there's so many things that we're going to talk about today in more detail, but we need you to interact with us, right? Like, tell us if you like what you're hearing, if it works for you, what was your experience. We're going to talk about the different types that we know, but we also want to hear from you. I have an email list, and I like to keep it fun and give out prizes. So if you want to join my list, it's in the comments down there. Maria also has a wonderful freebie and programs that will help you manage pain. So also check out her website. And one last time, you might think, no, I'm not going to leave any comment. I'm just going to watch this video. No, please just leave a comment. Let us know any thoughts or questions that you have. I want to send more positive vibes as we go into the nitty-gritty skills, right, that Maria is going to talk more about with us today. So what is the pain management skills that we need to have?
So you're coming in and out.
Oh, I'm coming in and out.
Yeah, I think you're fine now. It was just a glitch there for a second.
Okay. So let's see. Let's jump straight into it. So why doesn't birth have to be painful? And why do we feel pain, and why we don't have to?
This is such a broad, amazing topic. I could go on all day, but basically when you think pain, what is happening? What's happening in your brain? If you break your leg, you're not actually feeling that pain in your leg. You're feeling it in your brain. What's happening is there's an injury going on. There's something bad that happened in your leg. Is sending you pain signals to your leg saying, you need to get this fixed. So what's happening is that we don't actually feel pain in our bodies. It's happening in our goal is to rewire our brains to at times even possibly not feeling that. So the reason why we don't necessarily have to feel pain is because we are in control of our minds. If you could go to the next slide, I think it's number 2. So when people say the pain is all in your head, keep going, keep working, it literally is all in our head. It's literally happening in our brains. That's not to dismiss someone's chronic pain, but the reason that we feel pain in childbirth, even though it's not necessarily supposed to be painful, right? When you're having a contraction, is that hurting you? Is it a sign from your brain that something bad is happening? No, it's a contraction is just your body's natural way to help a baby out. It's nothing bad is happening. And yet we all, or not all of us, but many women go into childbirth and experience it as this horrible, painful event. So why, if it's not something bad that's happening, why do we experience it? I think a great example is taking a toothpick and putting it under your toenail and then kicking the wall as hard as you possibly can. What is your response? Your response is to go, stop. I don't want to think about that. Just make it stop.
Yeah.
But you ask yourself, why? Why does that thought upset me? You and I are both sitting here and we're fine and like it's not actually happening to us. But the thought, it's what's happening in our brain is that our brain is just by hearing that, it's getting a pain response and it's producing this pain response. So even without feeling the pain, we still have this, our heart rate increases and our palms get sweaty and we want it to stop. So take that back to birth. And the reason why so many women feel pain in childbirth is look at what's happening in the media. Childbirth is never portrayed as this beautiful, miraculous experience. It's always portrayed as something horrible, something emergent, it's dangerous. And so you experience those first few contractions and your brain throughout your entire life has been primed to feel this experience as pain. So even though nothing bad is happening, it's not a sign that you're hurt, that you're damaged. You're still going to experience it as painful because your brain believes that what is going on is a painful, dangerous event. So the goal for us, if you could go to the next slide. The goal for us is to optimize our labor hormones, which allow the brain to naturally rewire itself, so to speak, and experience contractions as they really are, which is just a lot of hard work. Birth is the hardest work you'll ever do in your life, but women are so strong. We are designed for this. We can do hard things, but pain, no one wants to do that. No, absolutely not. So the way that we're going to do this is by optimizing our labor hormones. It literally drugs up your brain, but in a natural way. Your brain has all the resources available to allow you to experience childbirth as this beautiful, miraculous event. So if you could go to the next slide.
Yeah. Straight into the hormones.
So So it starts with oxytocin. Oxytocin is the hormone that rises and rises and rises, especially during the end of pregnancy. And that is the hormone that is responsible for creating uterine contractions. So as oxytocin rises higher and higher, contractions get more and more intense. And I love this fun fact. So oxytocin is the bonding hormone. So it's released when, you hug someone, you kiss someone, etc. And it's obviously the hormone that is released when the baby was made. And now it's going to be the hormone that gets the baby out. So human beings, we are all literally made and born in love. And I love this fun fact. I think it's so beautiful. Just such a powerful testimony to just the incredible design of the human body, just how it's taking care of us right from the very beginning, right from that very first day.
Love.
So yes. So when it comes time to give birth, oxytocin is just about as high as it's ever going to be. It rises higher and higher and higher, and as oxytocin rises higher, your contractions get stronger. It's a lot more work. Your body wants to help you out. Your body wants to make this easier for you. So oxytocin gets so high that it starts producing beta endorphins, which lower pain. They help the brain to manage pain. And you've probably heard of endorphins. You go for a walk in the sunshine and it releases endorphins, and then you're in a good mood for the rest of the day. And that is 100% the case. It's what it's doing is it's releasing these pleasure, calming sensations in the brain, but it's also reducing pain. So while you're still experiencing birth and you're still experiencing something that's really, really difficult and really challenging, you're not necessarily going to have the horrific experience that you see on TV.
Yeah.
So it starts with oxytocin. It rises higher and higher and higher. And then that releases beta endorphins, which help us to manage pain and have really a beautiful birth experience. You'll hear a lot of moms say that, or a lot of natural birth moms say that labor was really intense. Labor was really hard. It was a lot of hard work. But they won't necessarily say that it's painful. And this is the reason why, because their brains were flooded with endorphins that helped them to manage everything and view it the way that it actually is, which is just hard work and not pain. So that begs the question, why do so many moms, they rush to the hospital and they're in excruciating pain right from the get-go? It happens and it's really sad, and this is what I'm hoping to change in the world, right?
Yeah.
The answer to that question is because their oxytocin and so their beta endorphins are not being optimized, and this is due to the release of catecholamines. So in the wild, for example, when a mama squirrel goes to have her little squirrel babies, she needs a place that is peaceful, that is calm, that's away from any predators. If she grows upset, if she grows nervous, then her body releases catecholamines to shut the labor down. So that if there's a cat, if there's a dog nearby that's trying to get her, her brain thinks, I can't have my babies here, they're all going to get eaten. So her body releases catecholamines to either shut labor down or slow it down. And this is just a survival mechanism. It's a brilliant brilliant tool of the body. Yeah, well, I mean, it helps that species survive, and it helps them to continue on another generation. So interestingly, humans have the same thing. We release catecholamines in labor when we grow nervous or upset. And for us, it looks more like, are coming, we can't have our baby here. We're about to get attacked or something. That's not going to happen. But what is happening in the 21st century is that women still grow upset. They grow nervous. They go into the hospital, and the first thing that happens is a cervical check, which is extremely uncomfortable, sometimes painful. Women who are survivors of sexual assault, a cervical check can bring up a lot of deep-rooted trauma. And so their primal brain is growing nervous. They're growing upset. They're growing afraid. And so they start releasing these catecholamines, which slow labor down, shut labor down. The oxytocin is reduced. So labor is progressing, but their brain is telling them you are not safe. And so they start experiencing labor contractions as pain. They're not getting those beta endorphins that they would have if they were relaxed, if they were calm, and if they were just allowed to labor
the total opposite.
Normally. Yeah. So it really starts with
It's like
Oxytocin.
literally like fight or flight. It's like
Mhm.
like the ones that
Yes.
will bring me anxiety or the ones that will make me feel loved and relaxed. Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, it's so sad because I mean, women consent to these things that don't necessarily make
yeah,
them
they don't even
make
know that
make
they can say no to the checks. Like, yeah, I'm gonna
yeah.
have a baby, so
Hmm.
just we'll check then.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
when it's time to check, don't need it as
Yes, yes.
necessary.
Or don't
But
check at
then
all.
like,
You don't need
yeah,
to.
yeah, don't check at all. Yeah. Mhm. So
So the goal is to boost oxytocin, which boosts beta endorphins, which keeps the catecholamines at bay, which helps you to labor beautifully, naturally, comfortably. And
yeah,
there are so many tools that you can use to do this that I think we're going to talk about later in either the next videos or
yeah,
however you set this up.
right away. Actually, yeah. Again and again, we have different tools that Maria has shared with us in her free app here, and it's all about natural birth too. So many people are very interested in that. I should definitely check it out. Um, all these things that we talk about today, hopefully, like we have shared ideas for you to think about a pain management plan because it's very possible, right? It's in our minds, right? We worry and have this fear, but it's from the movie. It's like people are like always like, ah, you're like, but that's not how like birth looks like all the time. Like, but movies is like that's the signature look, but we're not doing that. And we're going to get ready, right, by using the different tools that we discuss to really think about how to manage pain while we're in labor, right? Because the whole point of this is that childbirth, you can do it, right? Like if you put your mind to it and you want to take control, then you can practice these good tools that exist. And as you know, just learn a little bit more about it, you already feel that knowledge is power and that you know more about your body, right? Which is a good plus, a good win, you know, because you might have another baby, right? But if you are fearing this pain, you're just like, oh, it's going to be painful every single time, or da 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 da. You're just like, you know, let's see how we could rethink this. The way that we look at birth, right? And that we can really enjoy, right? This is a wonderful experience, birth, right? Like we just want to chill and, you know, have the right tools with us prepared so that we, right? Like Maria is about to use her tools real soon, right? So it's really important to learn these things for yourself. Um, we also give you an opportunity to share your stories, right? You can comment here or go to our websites. There's many different ways to get in touch with us. And people who have used Maria's app, right? They have so many good things to say, so you could check them out there. And yeah, before we mentioned, like in the movies, that's how we used to think of birth. But now I want you to completely change it and know that that is just the movies. That's not how real life is. It's way more chill. You can do it however you would like, right? Um, and the new way of doing things is basically educating yourself, being kind to yourself, and knowing that everything that you're doing, you're trying your best, right, to have the birth experience that you want. There's many different skills, and so specifically about pain management, uh, Marie has a program that goes deeply into that, so definitely check it out. She also has blogs, so many different resources. Like there's everything that you would want to check out there as you browse around. It's on both Apple and the Google Play Store. And so, because all of these things are important, because we would like to prevent unnecessary medical interventions, right? That's a big topic for me. I really hope that like you understand that that's what it's called. Like, I don't want so many different things. Once you go into the hospital, they're gonna be like this, like a checklist, right? And you're just gonna say, pause. Let me just come in here first for a second. Give me an IV, but that's about it. Kind of attitude, because the hospital system in America is a business. So that's something that we don't talk about enough. We're not going to talk about today, but all these things that we do, we're learning about, and that Maria has shared with us today about, you know, setting ourselves up for success in terms of pain management, so that we can make decisions in how we birth, right? So
thank you for the shout out. I appreciate it.
So yeah, no, it's just so many different resources. So I'm like, yes, everybody has to know about the different ways that our resources can help people. So if you are new, subscribe, like, comment. We like to be involved, and I'll reply to every comment. Thank you so much.